Guy at the hotel tried kidnapping me at the time I had to be 10 or 9. My little sister's birthday was happening. And my mom took us and a couple friends to this hotel to swim. So we get there, nothing unusual is happening. We're having fun swimming, eating pizza. Then all of a sudden this guy, probably 40 medium, build, long beard. The guy had no swim trunks on, just jeans and jacket. At first, I thought nothing of it. He's probably trying to cut through or something. Couple minutes go by, he's still watching, standing there. My mom, and put things in perspective, it's me, a 10-year-old girl, my little sister, 7, her 2 friends, 7 as well, my mom. A short woman is keeping her eye on him, and he's still there. Not swimming, not on his phone, not talking to anyone, just watching. At first I tried to ignore it. I went back to playing with my sister and her friends, but every time I came up from underwater, he was in the same spot, looking. Then he moved. Not fast, not obvious, just a few steps closer to the pool gate, like he was stretching his legs. But now he was close enough that if he leaned forward, he could have touched the fence. I remember feeling this weird tight feeling in my chest, like when you know something's wrong, but you don't want to say it out loud. He smiled, not a normal smile, just a slow one, at me. I looked away immediately. A couple minutes later, I got out to grab a towel. That's when I heard his voice for the first time. Hey. I froze. It wasn't loud. It wasn't aggressive. It was calm. Too calm. You dropped something. I hadn't dropped anything. I didn't turn around. I just stood there, pretending I didn't hear him. My heart was beating so loud, I could feel it in my ears. He took a step closer. Hey. It's over here. That's when my mom stood up. She must have felt it too, that shift in the air. She walked over fast, towel still in her hand. Can I help you? Her voice wasn't loud, but it was sharp. The man's whole energy changed. He looked annoyed for a split second, then shrugged. Oh no. Thought she dropped something. She didn't, my mom said. Silence. Then he just stared at her. A long stare, like he was calculating something. And then he walked away. But here's the part that stuck with me. He didn't leave the hotel. About 20 minutes later, when we were packing up to go back to the room, I saw him again, standing near the hallway that led to the elevators. So nothing happens for the rest of the day. We cut cake. But before we laid down and watched TV, we wanted a drink. But it was warm, so my mom put her things on and said she was going down to the ice machine. She said the things parents say, don't open this door for anyone. We understood. She leaves. And a minute later, there it was, a knock on a door. You literally hear a pen drop. Who could be at this time of night? Me, the oldest. May everyone be quiet. The person on the door said, housekeeping. You called. No one said anything. Then he goes, I know you're in there, and I know your mom is gone. The second he said that, I know you're in there, and I know your mom is gone. It didn't even feel real. My little sister grabbed my arm so tight it hurt. One of her friends started quietly crying. The TV was still on, but nobody moved to turn it down. Nobody breathed. Another knock. Slower this time. Open the door. My heart was pounding so loud, I thought he could hear it through the wall. I looked at the lock. It was one of those hotel doors with the latch at the top and the heavy handle lock underneath. I remembered what my mom always said. Don't answer. Don't engage. So I didn't. But then the handle moved. Just slightly. Like he was testing it. That tiny rattling sound was worse than the knocking. My sister let out a small gasp, and I covered her mouth gently. Open the fucking door, he screamed. Then by miracle I hear someone come out their room. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Someone said. The bastard then lies and says he was our dad and that we locked him out the room. I ran to the door and screamed, he's not our dad. He's been messing with us the whole day. The guy faces, lights up, grabs my arm, started walking with me. The hallway guy hesitated for half a second when I yelled. That half second saved me. When the man grabbed my arm and tried to pull me out into the hallway, I didn't freeze this time. I screamed. Not crying, screaming. The loudest sound I'd ever made. He's not my dad. The guy from the other room stepped closer. He was older, bigger, and not confused anymore. His voice changed. Let her go. The man holding me squeezed tighter and tried to laugh it off. She's just being dramatic. Kids, I said, let her go. Another door opened behind him. Then another. Now it wasn't just one witness. It was three. People staring. Phones out. The man's grip loosened. That's when my mom came. She had heard all the screaming and yelling. What is happening? The man stepped back fast now. His whole confidence was gone. No more fake dad story. No more yelling. He turned and bolted for the stairwell. Someone shouted, "Call security." By the time hotel security came running, he was already gone. But this time, there were witnesses. The hallway cameras caught him clearly. Face, clothes, everything. Police were called. Statements taken. My mom shaking but standing tall, holding all of us close. We left that night. Later we found out he wasn't a guest. He had been wandering the hotel for hours, watching, waiting for an opportunity. The police told my mom something I didn't fully understand at 10 years old. If she hadn't screamed, this could have gone very differently. That sticks with me, not because something happened, but because something almost did. And because being loud, being rude, saved me. Sometimes people think kids freeze. Sometimes they think no one will step in. He was wrong, and I never forgot that feeling in my chest again. If something feels off, it probably is. The van that did leave, I was 13 when it happened. It was late afternoon, still bright outside. I was walking home from basketball practice, same route I'd taken 100 times. Quiet neighborhood, normal day. Halfway down the block, I noticed a white cargo van parked near the sidewalk. No company logo, no windows on the sides, engine running. I didn't think much of it at first. Delivery van maybe. Then I passed it, and it rolled forward. Slow, not fast enough to be obvious. Just keeping pace. I told myself I was overthinking it. So I crossed the street. The van turned at the end of the block. Now it was on my side again. That's when my stomach dropped. I pulled out my phone and pretended to call someone. I didn't actually call, I just put it to my ear. The van slowed even more. The passenger window rolled down. A man leaned over from the driver's seat. "Hey, you dropped something back there." Same line. Always the same line. I didn't stop walking. "I didn't drop anything," I said, loud enough for nearby houses to hear. He smiled. "You sure? I think it's your phone." My phone was in my hand. I didn't respond. I started walking faster. The van drove ahead of me this time and stopped about 20 feet in front of me. The side door slid open. My heart started pounding so hard I felt dizzy. I didn't look inside. I didn't want to see who was in there. Instead of running straight home, because now they knew my direction, I cut into someone's driveway and sprinted to their front door. I started banging. Hard. "Please open the door." Behind me, I heard the van door slam shut. Engine rev. Tires squeal. By the time a woman opened the door, shaking and confused, the van was gone. Police were called. Turns out, that same van had been reported circling a middle school 2 towns over. They were looking for kids walking alone. I started carrying my phone, already dialed to the police after that. What stuck with me wasn't the van. It was how calm they sounded. Like it was nothing. Like they'd done it before. If I hadn't banged on that stranger's door. I don't like thinking about the rest. But here's the part that matters. Trust the feeling.